Music certainly alone would indicate some kind of emergency, don't you think? Adam, what the fuck is the emergency? I'm kind of panicking here. Emergency in Sector 3, PYR. This area could melt down soon. It seems the main boiler's cooling unit is malfunctioning. This could easily destroy the entire research station, as it would likely trigger the auto-destruct explosives. What a sensible thing to put on a scientific space station. We have about 6 minutes. Hurry to Sector 3 and access the control room to the side of the main boiler room. Most of the systems in PYR are down because of this. Again, we know who to blame. The SAX must have hacked into the system control file. What impressive intelligence. And doing all that with one hand when you think about it. There's little time. Hurry to the control room in Sector 3. Yeah, you told me how much time, in fact. 6 minutes. Oh shit! It's hit the fan. We need to hurry to Sector 3 and prevent the whole station from completely exploding. This seems like a Metroid staple. This also seems like the kind of thing that should happen at the end of a game, don't you think? Maybe the game's about to end. Maybe we're done. Maybe it's really that short. Who knows? At least we don't have to listen to him again. The save room doesn't work, and indeed there are no save rooms between the one I just used and where we need to go. Dying here, not really an option. Hence why this is one of the more difficult parts of the 1% run. It's a long stretch of time without being able to save or easily restore health. So dying here, hopefully not something that's going to happen. I can but dream, but I cannot be sure. Anyway, the main boiler is this way. See, it takes 2 shots to destroy those, where before it would have only taken 1. Damn ice missile upgrade. It should be optional, or, you know, you could just give me the fucking ice beam. It's worked in previous Metroid games. Your flimsy background excuse doesn't hold any water with me. We now need to go downwards here. You also want to be really careful around these, because they do a lot of damage if you let them. So climb down, don't fall down. He says, falling down. Oh, I think I deserve some style points for that one. There we are. I believe that room to the right is either a power-up or a save room, but it doesn't work if it's a save room, so I'm not going to use it. Also, we should be getting a little move on here. We should be getting our asses in gear. We should not be running into those. One side effect of the Varia suit, though, it does decrease the damage you take by a small amount, so you can take more hits now. You're less vulnerable, certainly. Not less vulnerable enough for my tastes, but, well, you can't have everything. Indeed, why would you want everything? You wouldn't have the room to store it, you fool. Now we need to use the ice missile to make platforms out of our enemies instead of pancakes. Oh no, no, exploding pancakes will not be taller. Fucking rated. I think you need that, yeah, you need that one to come out a little bit or you can't make the jump. Oh, no. Okay, almost there now. Be a little bit crafty about what you freeze and when. And be careful of these fire things, because they might not look like much, but they are quite damaging, and they leave a little bit of fire behind them as they move. So that can damage you if you walk into it after the fact. Basically, just be careful, really. It's a precedent that holds true throughout the game. Be careful on a 1% run. That's what I quite like about it, actually. With the game as a whole being quite atmospheric, and you supposedly being quite, afraid of being hunted by things the whole way there, rather than the usual Samus affair of being this overpowered beast that destroys everything in her path. It adds to that by the whole not being able to take many hits thing. It reinforces the basic theme of the game. Hence why I think the 1% run does actually make it a better game as a whole. Granted, you shouldn't have to impose limits on yourself to make a game good, but that's not to say it's not good to begin with. Anyway, I'm rambling again. This is another one of the slightly more challenging bosses. It's not difficult like the ones I've mentioned before. Also, as a scientist who you can't destroy. He's a Korax in disguise. The best way I found to do it is to take the first shot here, so it misses you, and then fight the boss here, because you've got the best room to jump. And if contacting the thing itself does a lot less damage than being shot by it. So if you have an option, pick the run into it option. If you can't avoid being hit, that is. Oh, well, I'm going to die here, aren't I? shit. Where hell shit. Fuck. We are in the main boiler once more, with our mission in heart. We must destroy it! No, wait, that's not what we're here for. What were we here to do? I completely forget. Adam, tell me when I'm here. No, wait, he's not here either. I guess I'll just revert. Great word, thanks. Revert to instinct. Kill scientists! They are truly the way forward. If the way forward is instant demise. Which it must be? Which it is. You will simply be destroyed. Generally you take a hit there, but it doesn't matter. You don't need to hit him enough times for it to be a problem. Just keep getting fucked. There we go. So you can just about outlast it by doing that. That's the best way to fight it, because if you get hit by the beam, I think it insta-kills you. Anyway, we now obtain the wide beam ability. Hey, you know how your gun's no good? Well, what if it was? And that's the Spazer. I mean the wide beam, because this is totally not the Spazer at all. Nope, completely different, a new weapon that's never been used before. So we save the boiler, we save the space station, we save the day. But we must save the game at some point. Because there still are no saves between here and the entrance to Sector 3. Which is quite a long way, as you can see. So my maxim remains true. My axiom, if you will. Just be fucking careful down here. Take your time. Be patient. Use your new wide beam. As well as the obvious factor of widening the beam so it's easy to hit things. If you manage to hit with all three of the segments of the beam, it does do more damage that way, because each one is treated separately. This is a factor later on. In one particular area, I think it matters. Generally it doesn't, because the enemies are either too small for it to matter, or you don't really notice because you're not using the beam anyway. Do I need him to be there? Well, I can't aim that. There we go. You have to, if you want to aim the gun on a ladder, you have to press away from the ladder to be in gun mode first. Then you can aim up and down. Anyway, let's kill him. There's lava down there, don't fall in it, because I'm pretty sure there's no easy way out and you die, and rage quit, probably, if that happened. I'm not going through this boiler shit again. Seems that today is the day of second chances, though, because all the... Apart from Ceres, we're not counting Ceres, because Ceres isn't one of the difficult parts in my eyes, he says. Although that is where I've died the most, singularly, so far. Anyway, back to my point, it seems that I'm getting through difficult parts on my second try. The Varia Core X and this section being the notable examples. I hope that remains true for later areas, because there are some that I really don't want to be stuck on. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! There really are no words to describe the bitter irony that I am tasting right now. Oh my fucking lord. Unbe-fucking-leavable, I'm so dumb, so fucking careless, after going to all that fucking effort to say be careful. I wasn't, at all. Fell into lava and burned alive. What a way to go, what a way to go, except it wasn't water at all. What was it, Steve? Oh my god, no, it was lava and it burned my skin clean off. No, no, why am I so dumb? Nobody knows. You're all hoes, and so is Samus. Who else would go around in a bikini after winning? Seriously, who does that? Tell you who, Samus does. 'Cause she's a saucy bitch, oh no. Oh, the beauteous wonders of hubris, and how bitter they taste when this happens. I've really got to start being more careful in my endeavours, especially the irony being, of course, how much I said, hey, be careful here, you really got to be careful, take your time, don't rush, don't be stupid, don't fall in lava. Hey, guess what, I did all of the above. Okay, that you weren't allowed to comment on. That didn't happen, you didn't see it, it never occurred. We were never here. For I am Cerberus. two references in one. See how much damage that did? Did you see? Full health to 37. I need some more health. And a lot more health. I'm going to kill him because I need more health. There we go. That should do it. Now for the love of all that is good and bloggy, don't die. No falling in lava. No getting hit by worms in the walls. No getting flamed to death on an internet forum. Because Samus frequents them all the time. She was the one who reported Wario, you know. Throwbacks! I'm hilarious, don't you know? Cool, alright. So this time, we're going to escape the boiler area, and we're not going to die. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you this as a fact right now. There we go, we're going to avoid the plumes. See, that's a plume. I'm going to avoid it. I'm even going to avoid the wine gums, because I'm just not hungry right now. Okay. We're past the worst of it. Now, for God's sake. Take your time climbing up this shaft. It is not worth dying again. Guess what? Their bullets do a lot of damage to you. There's only a power up in the bottom right. It's not a save room, I'm fairly certain. So what you want to do is just carefully advance. Make sure you're not in range because they aim slightly downwards. And hit them with missiles like that. It's funny how I only really learn these things after the fact, isn't it? Oh well, that should do it there. Now we can get out the top way. Style points for wall jumps. We get out the same way we got out in the last time we were here, which is through this passageway here. Past the spot of the unskippable missile. And with any luck, in one piece rather than thousands. We can now explode this. That door is melted and we can never go through it again. And we're free. Excusing any major cock-ups, I think we're safe. This is the room I was talking about with the really precise shine sparks and what have you. Effectively, you need to keep a speed boost from the bottom of the room to the top of the room, which means being able to wall jump off these. Without grabbing the edges, you have to wall jump off them. Because grabbing the edge would cancel your speed, I think. In any case, it's not happening. It's already obvious because I've already not done it. Oh, just let me get out. Get from blog. Like a blog. Blog. Let me get out of here, because I'm gonna die. I already have 3 times, and I don't want to do it again. I didn't need to do that, but it's becoming force of habit these days. Oh, glorious save room, thank you for existing and saving me from death. Right then, let's talk to Adam. Surely he must have a comment on the boiler situation that we just averted the destruction of. The X mimicked a crew member. It all makes sense now. The X can absorb the memories and knowledge of their prey. What an astounding find. HQ was very impressed. But don't you find it strange? This could have destroyed the station with the X in it, not to mention the SAX. Unusual for a self-preserving species like the X. Unless your presence is an even greater threat, a threat to the existence of X elsewhere. This is only a hypothesis. Perhaps their survival instinct is in conflict with their newly borrowed intelligence. Don't let your guard down yet. The X is still a threat. Samus, I see biosigns on the habitation deck. Survivors. The infected crewman you saw had survived your blog. You saw had survived until recently. Maybe there's a chance. The signs emanate from here. Is your objective clear? I have just restored power to the main elevator. Use it to return and look for any survivors. Cool, there might be people to talk to. Social activity! Let's go find some people to chat with and to exchange phone numbers. Because Samus is a huge great slag. Don't you know? It is true. And you cannot avoid the simple facts. So now we're returning to the main deck of the ship, as we were in the beginning of the game, To the left there is a secret passageway in the wall the SAX blew up, and there's a missile which I'm not going to obtain. This door is melted, but we can still use it. And we can also smash straight through that to save some time. So now we need to get to the habitation deck and see if people survive the horrible onslaught of the murderous wine gums. Guess we'll find out very soon. Maybe I could finally have a conversation. Maybe Samus could have some dialogue. That wasn't there before, now was it? It's immune to all my current weapons. It's impossible to break it right now. Maybe later, but not now. You'll have to wait with bated breath to see what will break it. Actually, none of you are going to care, are you? You'll forget all about it by the time I do get the weapon required. And if you know what it is, then keep it to yourself, because nobody else needs to know just yet anyway. Man, I am a complete save room whore, aren't I? Oh my fucking god. In any case, this is the habitation deck area. We're not going in that door. What we are going to do is use enemies as platforms and get killed by them if I'm not careful. Nah, that's not going to be near enough, I don't think. Worth a shot! Yeah, there we go. Okay. You want to climb to the top of the area. As you can see, that's where we need to get to, but this door is blocking us and we have no button to open it. How to proceed? Through the floor. Natch. You can also blow this wall up, and we need to get down here. But it requires speedy blocks. Speedy blocks to be broken. Do not open the door and go out, because if you do, the door will close again, and you have to go all the way back to the start. Just run from here. There should be plenty. Ha! There's also a secret passage here, which you need, because it's the only way forward. This door just leads back to this, which we're not going to get. But if you jump in this hatch here, which I suppose that one is a little more obvious, because it's actually open. And you enter this sort of engineering area. Just freeze all these, they're really not... Oh, wait a minute, yeah they are. Oh, no they're not. They're not essential. Well, they are, but they don't need to be extended, is the point. Now we can access this panel, press buttons we don't understand the function of, and release giant green space chickens. And monkeys. 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 Chickens. They look kind of weird, but there they go. You've just unleashed completely wild and feral animals on the station. You're just going to cause more trouble now, Samus. Also, a little thing that you might not have noticed yet, it's just a slight oversight on the sprite designer's part. The hand under Samus's gun is still blue from her original suit. It hasn't been recolored to match the rest. And that stays that way, I think, for most of the game, if not all. Slightly strange, don't you think? Anyway, that was the survivors that the life signs came from. There are no people to talk to, only chicken and monkeys. What a disappointment. What a shame. What a sense. This fucking waste. Oh, that's the Varia suit. Look at it and vomit immediately all over your screen. Yes, these creatures were present in Super Metroid and taught you things. The chickens taught you the shine spark, and the monkeys taught you the wall jump, neither of which were particularly documented in that game. You could also save them at the end of Super Metroid, which is assumedly what happened, because canonically, if you want, because I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be the same ones. Not just the same species, literally the same ones. Anyway, our disappointing trip into the habitation deck is already over, so I guess we're going to just go back and see what Brigadier General Adam has to say about it. Probably something sarcastic and smug and gittish, as he often does. So the survivors were not human. Most unfortunate. We can now confirm the deaths of all crew members. Cheery bloke, aren't you? I imagined this was the case, but I hoped it wasn't so. I believe the X only infected the humans for knowledge. That form is too weak for battle. I'm sure the others were merely food for the X. Samus, I think they are evolving, growing stronger. Some are now appearing to resist your current weapons, like that barrier you were talking about before. HQ anticipated this and sent power bomb data as soon as hard speech impediment, Adam, Brigadier General. The hardware team finished it. Is your objective clear? Download it immediately. Our choice of data rooms is limited to this one in Sector 5, ARC. Go. Now. Straight to the point. No pissing about. No formalities and no pleasantries. He is kind of a dick. Don't you fucking know it? Yes, well, anyway, we have to go back to the breeding areas, that's what they're called. In environmental areas, whatever you want to refer to them as, really is fine. Shine elevator ring. It's a hidden trick that not many people know, but if you have the speed boost sort of active like that and crouch to do the shine spot and then use an elevator, it makes the elevator really psychedelic. It has no in-game effect, it's just fun. Let's go to Sector 5, shall we? Unfortunately, we end up going back to Sector 5 quite a few times. It's the most travel sector in the game, as I recall. Slightly annoying, but what can you do? Not a whole lot. It must be admitted. And I must be admitted to a mental asylum probably for doing this. Along with Adam. You've been to this data room before, but I'll show you its position again because you're stupid and you've forgotten it. Is your objective clear? Now move out. He really is a condescending son of a bitch, isn't he? Anger flows freely from me. Well, our game is saved. Let's go and see what the fuss is about down here, shall we? And get our health back while we're at it. Because seriously, this is not enough. This is not going to do it for me. Oh shit. These things do a lot of damage, a lot more than you expect them to, given how small and relatively unthreatening they appear to be. Trust me, they are rather threatening indeed. Of course, the wide beam now allows us to hit these without having to duck first. Big advantage. We will win the day with Spacer Beam. I'm going to call it that if I also wish it. You can't deny that it's the same weapon. Just because it's rings instead of beams, they're still beams of rings. Could be a ring beam. Or a wood beam, maybe. Was there a wood beam? I know there was a murder beam, and that was the most fun thing in the fucking universe. So powerful, it crashes the game. The data room is right here. Fortunately, we haven't got a huge amount to do to get there, but we unfortunately do have to go all the way around again to get back. And we obtained the power bomb. Hell yeah. Just in the same way as missiles, instead as a ball, you hold R, and it opens up the power bomb as an option. The Metroid player's tool for uncovering secret areas, really, because it will obliterate every block in a room that's destroyable. As long as you can see it at the time, of course. And there are plenty of power bomb expansions throughout the game that you really don't need, I find. I reckon 10 power bombs is probably more than enough. Except for one area in particular that I can think of. Oh look! That's convenient, isn't it? Oh, I should save it first. Save whore, you know. We can't go to the left anymore because one of the doors is melted, so it's no longer possible to go that way. It happens a lot in this sector. The SAX is hunting us. Gunning for our blood! She wants to drink it. Out of our skull. Oh shit! Speak of the devil. For the devil itself has been manifest. This is a kind of awkward situation, isn't it? I'm fairly sure the SAX only spots you if you are actually visible. A nice feature of being able to hide behind this wall, you see. However, it does respond to sound, observe. It will pause whatever it's doing and come towards you again if you fire. I'll demonstrate better when it's nearer, hang on. It turns away. What the fuck was that? I'm gonna get you. Unfortunately, the only way out of this situation is to bomb this wall. There's a hole in it, but by bombing it, it alerts the SAX to us. See? Because guess what? Yeah. Prepare yourself to run! Not that way! The SAX insta-kills you. It's an ice beam. You're vulnerable to ice because you're part Metroid now. Do the maths and come up with death. Alright, plan B. Don't fuck it up this time, though. Could be an option to consider. It's a trick, really, because you wouldn't necessarily think to go to the upward one first. And then run like hell and jump a lot, because the ice beam can follow you along the floor. Fortunately, though, the SAX cannot follow you through the passageway, even though she too has the... I'm really stupid. She too has the morph ball, and you've seen her use it. I say her. I suppose it is a her, strictly speaking, because it's a sort of a clone of Samus, in a way. With all her memories and knowledge and abilities. Hence why it knows how to use the power suit and all the relevant weaponry. Alright, let's just forget I'm an idiot for the purpose of this. Oh, that's clever. Okay. That gives you the slight edge you need to not get shot by the ice beam on your way out. The reason I died here is because that red one takes more damage and I hadn't seen it not explode with the others. There's a powerbomb expansion that requires a powerbomb to get into it. No, not really. It might do. I forget. I don't care. Can I? Oh, maybe the powerbomb is needed there. I mean, as much as anything else, yes, it was. The powerbomb saves time. There's the melted door. Let's move on. All over the fucking place with this game. Once again, we have to deal with the shaft of death. I don't want to really think about that. It is all too easy to die in here, though, so the name is apt, because these things do, like, I don't know, about 22 damage per shot with the barrier suit on. So it only takes about 5 of them to kill you. And you can get careless, and believe me, I can get very careless, especially on this game. Well, we've seen that happen multitudinous times already, so I don't really need to prove it to you. And neither does Samus. She has nothing to prove to the man, or the woman that she is. Save a lot, it's a good idea. Let's get the fuck out of this ice world. I hate it. I hate ice. I hate ice and I hate water, and both of them are in this game. Hey, remember that barrier I couldn't destroy? Bazinga. Now let's get out of this icy wasteland. It's barren like your mum. Wow, where did that come from? One guy, just one. How many licks of a toad? Just one. Although what Samus is doing licking those alien toads, I'm not really sure. They don't exactly look appetising to me. I'm fairly sure they're not excreting any particular hallucinogens either. I mean, maybe this whole game is just Samus's mad surgery table hallucination. And at the end of the game it cuts back to her on the surgery table, dribbling. And you can hear the heart monitor going beep, beep, beep. And then it just comes up with game over. Wow, making Metroid a much darker game than it really is. I don't know though, could be an entertaining way to go about doing things. Anyway, let's save our game.